Hello everyone, welcome back. So we're gonna do another lantern. Man, lanterns, stoves, lanterns. So this is actually my second 228 big hat. And this one is I believe it's an E. It's got a little bit of uh, dirt and stuff on it, right? Here, a little corrosion. So it's either an E or an F. I'll see it closer when I get it apart. But the first one was totally roached out. No restoring it. This one's got a little bit of damage, a little bit of rust, but this one's going to clean up nice. Now this one is dated 1 of 60. Okay? Look at the bottom. I wish the whole thing was like that. Man, the bottom is nice. But of course, it's got a lot of rust. So, I decided since it's the first 228 I'm going to restore, I will film the whole process. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is to take the big hat off. Inside looks nice, so we'll set that aside. Then we'll take the globe out. We'll set that aside. I already opened it. There's no fuel in it, okay? So the next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take that screw out right there. So let's get a screwdriver. Hopefully it doesn't need any fluids. Nice. Okay. So now let me try to reposition the camera because we need to be over here by the vise. My fabulous camera skills at work. Let's see. All right, so now we're going to put this into the vise. Probably going to have to back off a little bit. All right, let's get that tightened down. All right, we got that tightened down. We're going to get a plain old channel lock. Let me get this out of the way. Got my little Coleman box of goodies. Get a piece of leather out of here. And we're going to loosen the air intake tube right here. Hopefully you can see that. Let me see. So what I'm going to do is get these channel locks on here. But I'm going to put a couple pieces of leather on it. Hopefully my hands aren't in the way. We're going to give it a gentle turn first. Nope, that needs some lubrication. Alright, so I'm going to squirt some WD-40 down there. Right down there. Oh, actually, I got to take the generator out first. That would make sense. Man, glad I caught that, otherwise I would have totally bent it. 7/16. It's supposed to be a 7/16. Lefty loosey. Come on now. Come out of there. Okay, we got a generator out. Now I'm going to put some fluid in there. We'll let it soak for a few minutes, and I'll bring you back. All right, so it's been soaking. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. There she goes. You got to be gentle with these because they're brass. And I should have gloves on. All right, so we got that out. Set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is take the tip cleaner out. Now, hopefully you can see this. There is, let me get a little closer. I have to loosen this to show you. My great camera skills at work. Okay. With everything being crooked, but so you want to loosen this nut right here. Okay? Not this one. This one, the packing is in there. You don't want to mess with the packing. So you want to loosen this nut and take it out of the tip cleaner assembly. All right, let me go back to being on level ground. See if I could zoom in a little. All right. Tighten this back up. I think this is, it's not a cylinder. This is smaller. I do have a wrench for that. Now you have the tip cleaner. Now we have a nut down here, which I have a special wrench that I made. We're going to loosen that. Okay, so that loosens up the frame. Now, let me get my other, actually, I'm gonna go clean my hands first, and I'll bring you back. All right, so I have this socket that was cut out. I got a couple aluminum inserts, and that's gonna go right over this valve. Okay, see how that fits right over that? And we're gonna attempt to loosen this valve right now. Hopefully we don't need any crazy heat or anything. There you go. Oh, the whole thing is turning. Okay, so now if this was painted, I would be pretty annoyed that the whole thing is coming out, the fuel valve and everything, because it's going to scratch the fount. But in this case, everything is getting redone, so it doesn't really matter. See, that's why we loosen that nut, the frame nut, so we're not really digging into it, but we're okay. Here's that little aluminum insert. That's just so I don't mark up the brass. Now, we were going to take out the fuel valve anyway, so we're okay. Okay, so now we have the fount stripped. Okay, I'm going to put this. I'm going to take this off, the collar off. I got to do a little bit more disassembly so I can get this vise into this main fuel valve into a vise. So let me reset this up. What I'm going to do is take off the knob. Set that aside. Then it looks like we have to take off. I don't think I might be able to give this a little squeeze. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so we got the frame rest off. Now we're going to get this into the vise with a couple pieces of leather. Let me see what I got here. We'll put this into the vise. Hopefully everything is in view here. Be gentle. Are we still in focus? I think so. Right, now we'll put this back on. Okay, that needs to be hit with some WD because it ain't happy. We may even have to put some heat on it. All right, so we'll let that soak, and I'll bring you back. All right, so that's been soaking a few minutes. Let's try it again. There it goes. So now the frame is totally detached. The rest of the tip cleaner assembly is out. The eccentric block fell out when I tipped it over. So this is the eccentric block. This is what sits in here like this. Okay, so we have that out. And then we have our main fuel valve. Okay, this will get unscrewed. I'll show you this. Just put a open end on there. Now be careful, in here you have another tip cleaner and a spring. The spring goes on the inside and a tip cleaner, okay? So just for safekeeping, I'm going to put that back. Okay? So that's the fuel valve. And then inside here is graphite packing. If it's not leaking, don't mess with it. I'll show you how I clean this up without messing that up, because you can't soak this whole thing in vinegar. Alright, next thing. Let's refocus the camera. Alright, we will bring our fount back up over here. Let's get our fuel cap off. Okay, so this is the most dangerous fuel cap that's out there, okay? This is a 3-piece fuel cap with this hole here, okay? That hole, there was actually supposedly, I don't know if it's true, it's an internet thing, or I think it's actually true. I think Coleman was actually sued because a family was on a camping trip, and for some reason they opened the fuel cap while there was pressure in there, and this hole ended up on the top, and it shot fuel out supposedly like 12 feet or something like that, and it burned some little girl. So they stopped making this type of fuel cap. First, I'm going to take out the pump, and I'm going to show you the difference. So let's get out the pump. All you need to do is get a screwdriver right here and pry this off. Pop it out. So lots of gunk in there. It's leather, so we're good. Let's get out the, should have loosened that before I did it. Come on now, get back in there. This actually seals off the check valve, which we are going to get out right now. Robert, you're not the only one that doesn't wear gloves, huh? I have the gloves right here, and I just keep forgetting to put them on. All right. Let's get out my check valve removal tool. Alright, so you can pick these up on eBay. Trying to take a check valve out without these is not a fun thing. So it has two sides, 832 and a quarter 32. You'll know which side you need by looking at this right there. So as you can see, I know it's a quarter. So I'll take the nut off of here. Slip it down. Screw it into the check valve, if I can see what I'm doing. And there's two sides to this also, a narrow side and a wide side. So slip it in and see which side fits the best. So this one doesn't even fit in there. So that was the wide side. There you go. The narrow side fits in. So now we'll put this nut back on. Come on now, nut. Really? Okay, now we need a 5/8 wrench. Are we still filming? Yes, we are. And I'm gonna, I didn't like the way that felt. Let me loosen this. Usually it cracks right open. Let me see if I give this a couple more turns. Make sure the wide one, I mean that check valve could be buggered up. Let's see that one. We'll find out when we get it out. Somebody could have attempted to get that out without this tool. That does not feel good. So that's the first problem we're going to encounter. So what I'm going to do is take this off again. That's the first check valve I ever had give me a problem. And let me take a look in there, see what I'm looking at. Because if that check valve is messed up, we got a problem. Oh yeah. Somebody been messing around in there. That's not good. That's not good at all. But I have extra check valves. It's locking in there. I'm not sure. Somebody buggered it up. Let me tighten this down a little bit instead of doing it by hand. Nope. All right. Penetrating fluid.
That's been
I'll be right
soaking.
back. That's why I always say with you need this check valve removal tool. It looks like somebody was in there with a screwdriver or something and totally messed it up. So I don't know if I'm going to get it out with this. I may have to get an extractor. Because I could just barely feel it gripping. Yeah, see this, there's no slot to grab onto. Oh, maybe that got it. I don't know. Did I get lucky? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me get this off. Yeah, that was buggered. Well, I don't know if you can see that. Let me get it totally off. If you can see that right there, totally buggered. Now, I want to show you how this tool, how it does fit perfectly in that slot. You see? That's why you want to use this tool, because this won't happen. So if somebody stuck a screwdriver in there and the screwdriver slipped off of that, you end up with that basically chopped up check valve. And it's clogged. It's not, the ball isn't free. This is not a problem because I have extra check valves. That's why I buy those $5 lanterns. All right, let's take a look inside this fount, and then I'll show you the fuel caps. Oh, nice. I don't see any heavy rust in there. I don't see any rust in there. So that's a bonus. So the fount is going to get soaked in vinegar and salt, which will remove any rust on the outside, okay? And it will also get any little residual rust that's in here and in the pump tube, okay? And release all the paint. I've only had one fount that all the paint didn't come off of. Hopefully this isn't another one. So that's going to get soaked in vinegar and salt. All the brass parts are going to get soaked in vinegar and salt. Okay, and I'll show you how to deal with the valve that you can't soak in vinegar. Rest of the stuff, soap and water, clean it up. And let me show you the fuel caps. Give me 1 second, I'll bring you back. I'm back. So here's the one I was showing you before. It has the hole in it, okay? They went to this, which is the 3-piece one with the insert out. And hopefully you can see. Let's try to get it in the light. There's little slots in it, okay? So that's to direct the pressure and any residual fumes or fuel to shoot down and away instead of possibly up. So this one is safer than this one. And then the safest of them all is a 1-piece cap. As you can see, it also has those little slots in it. But there's no other way for any fuel or vapors to go any other way. So this is the safest one. You know, it's recommended that if you're going to be using the lantern a lot and you have a 3-piece cap, pick yourself up one of these caps, a 1-piece cap. They still sell them. Use that while you're out, and then, you know, when you go to display it or whatever, you could put the original cap back on. But also, that's why we have to have directions on things to say, you know, do not drink and it's hot. So there you have it. All the pieces, it's all apart. What we're going to do, like I said, is I'm going to soak everything, start cleaning things, and then I'll bring you back and we'll do some, you know, I'll show you when it's primed and painted and all that good stuff. So this will just be part 1. So thanks for coming along, everyone. You know I'm going to say it. I appreciate you all, and I'm sending you much, much love, my brothers and sisters. Oh, and this is just going to get clean with soap and water. Like I said, I appreciate you all. Send you all much, much love, my brothers and sisters. Thanks for coming along. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you all are feeling well, and we'll see you on the next one.